I'm JB Portillo. Welcome to In the Know, a POA-sponsored program to help keep you informed of all projects and events going on in our area. At the beginning of each month, we will post this program on the POA's Facebook site and make it available to the community television station. We hope you enjoy being in the know. So good to see you again, audience. Today we're going to talk with Tom Judson again. We have some important news for you. Tom, let's talk about your celebrating success that just happened.
Yeah, so we try and encourage all our employees to get as much additional education as possible. We've signed up last year for this thing called skill set training. Mm-hmm. And they do online videos, and they have hundreds of different topics that you can select from. And we've encouraged our employees to take as many classes as possible. And so the crew as a total took over 200 classes. And I want to recognize two employees, which first one is Dale Kirby, and he took 36 courses. Wow. In a 12-month period. And Stacy Higgins took 19 courses. And all of them had to do with their specific area. Mm-hmm. So very, very impressed, and we're really going to try and push more education this year and really invest in our employees.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
You recognized them both at the meeting. It was just wonderful, like always.
I appreciate that.
On a more sobering note, though, let's talk about the latest on the Trafalgar fire.
Okay, so I wrote some notes down, so I'm going to kind of go off of this because I want to make sure that I cover it in its entirety. So the first thing is a group of citizens were able to get some masks donated, and these masks could assist those that have been impacted by the fire. Now, a number of these masks were distributed by these volunteers on January 26th, at Metfield, but the remaining masks, and they collected I think they started with 250 masks, so that's quite a number that they were able to get donated. Those remaining masks have been moved over to the Country Club and to Metfield Member Services. So any residents that are being impacted by the fire, they can stop by either location, either the Country Club, the front desk at the Country Club, or go into Member Services, and they can pick up masks free of charge Monday through Friday, normal business hours. So I think that's fantastic work that those volunteers were able to do.
You bet.
We encourage all residents that want information about the fire to go onto the city's website. On the lower right-hand corner on that website is an icon. You can click on it, and they update information on a regular basis. The POA has been providing them with some information, and they post it. So that's the one site that everybody should go to. It makes no sense to replicate another location. We just have everybody go to the same site. So the city's been doing a good job at maintaining that. Regarding the other stump dumps, and a lot of residents have been concerned about the older stump dumps. So on January 11th, FTN Engineering is the company that the POA hired to do this work for us. They're experts in the field. They sent letters to ADEQ about the official closure of 3 of the older sites that are all located in the city of Bella Vista. These 3 sites are Bethnal, which is Bethnal Road near Cranfield Drive, what we're calling Old Trafalgar, which is Trafalgar Road near York Drive, and Hampstead Road near Kendall Road. So we've sent in the letters. We hope to receive a response back from ADEQ sometime soon about how we can go officially close those. Now, they've been closed, meaning we haven't allowed anybody to use those sites. One site was closed 10 years ago. The other 2 sites were closed 20 plus years ago. But we just want to make sure that we close them in the eyes of ADEQ the right way. Now, FTN is also working on plans for the West Side stump dump. Now, this one is located at Rocky Del Hall Road. This is going to require much more extensive work. It's going to take longer to develop those plans. We hope to have the plans approved and the work done and everything completed in this calendar year. It's going to be that extensive of work. So we'll see how that goes. I have not yet seen the plans on how they propose to close the site. On January 14th, the POA received the second set of test results on Lake Ann and Lake Brittany from Arkansas Analytics. It's an outside company that we've hired to do the testing. Very similar to the initial test results that were done on December 14th. There was no issues found. Both of these test results are available on the on the city's website, which I referenced earlier. Just recognize that these reports were written by scientists for scientists. They're not easy to read, but the long and the short of it are that the results came out good, and we will continue to do regular testing for the duration of this situation. The POA continues to do everything we can to support the city in their efforts. The city is the point, and they're working directly with ADEQ, the Department of Health, and the EPA. And I can tell you that I speak with the mayor on a daily basis to get updates, to assist in any way. And then finally, last night at the City Council meeting on January 28th, Jim Parsons announced that he intends to sue the POA because of the Trafalgar Road fire. Now, we're recording this on the 29th, which is Tuesday, and it's 9:30. As of right now, we haven't heard anything. We don't know what's going to happen with that regard, but we'll keep the community posted as we move along.
Okay,
All right.
okay. Thank you, and I am excited about that. The city does a great job of keeping that website updated almost daily.
Yeah, and I know that the mayor is working very hard on this on a daily basis, but this is a significant issue.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, let's go back to something a little more fun.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah. So the latest rumor is that we're going to get a Cracker Barrel and a Chick-fil-A.
Let's go for lunch.
Okay.
So I haven't heard those rumors, so I don't know if there's any basis of truth. Both are great. I think they would make great additions to our community. So I hope both of them open up. But I haven't heard anything official.
Well, and that would be a city issue
Yeah,
anyway.
that would be.
And the Planning Commission is working on a lot of things right now.
Mm-hmm. And Travis, who's in economic development, has been doing a great job. So hopefully it's a true rumor. But
Yeah.
that's why you call it a rumor, because we don't know if it's factual.
That's
but
right.
Let's hope it is.
Let's hope it is. And I'll meet you there for lunch, just like you said.
There you go. You're buying them.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay. Well, thank you, everybody. We need to take a break right now. We'll see you back in a few minutes. Welcome back. I'd now like to introduce you to our new golf pro, Hillery Sence. Hey there.
Hi, how are you?
I am great.
Good.
We need to know all about Hillery. So,
Yes.
where'd you come from? How'd you get here?
Yeah, so I grew up outside of Cleveland, Ohio. I went to school at University of Cincinnati, so I played golf there.
Uh-huh.
After I graduated, I actually moved down here with my folks. My dad got a job with Murphy Oil, so we actually moved to Bella Vista.
Oh,
Yeah, so I lived in Bella Vista for a little while. I was doing rehab on my knee. And then my first job was actually at Shadow Valley, where I worked with Gavin Smith. So I already know Gavin really well. And I worked at various clubs down here and actually met my husband, David Sence, yes. And he's a chiropractor in Fayetteville. We moved up to
that's
St.
handy
Louis.
in case you do anything.
Yeah, he comes in handy quite a bit. But we moved up to St. Louis so he could go to chiropractic school. And now we're back. So
Great.
it's wonderful.
What do you like most about being here?
So Northwest Arkansas is such a unique area. You know, coming from a big city, never really even thought about what Arkansas could look like, I guess.
Uh-huh.
And it's just so pretty. There's a lot of good golf, and then just being outside, there's a lot of nice trails, hiking, we have 2 dogs, so we're active outside.
Gotcha. So you are located, I believe, at Tanyard Creek.
Yes, Tanyard Creek, the practice center.
And what do you do there?
So I'm the supervisor and also the teaching professional there. So I teach a lot as well as do custom fittings.
For clubs?
For golf clubs,
Okay.
yes. So individuals, we all have different swings, which means no 2 people are alike. So how I fit one person is not necessarily will fit into the next person. So we go through a process with our launch monitor, a flight scope, and I can custom fit clubs to each individual.
So all the way from children to seniors?
Yes, definitely.
Who's the oldest person, the most seasoned person you've ever given lessons to? Anywhere, but here, maybe.
So actually I've helped somebody that was, I think, around 90 years old so far, yes. And still very active, and he's played golf the majority of his life. So, you know, golf is such a great game where you can play this sport for your entirety of your life, and it's wonderful. Good game.
Is it probably, I'm just guessing, a little more difficult to train somebody that has been playing all their life?
It can be. You know, you come in with some habits that have really been ingrained in your golf swing because you might have been swinging a certain way for how many years.
Yes.
And you're now wanting to change or adjust something. So you might have to work a little bit harder at it to change those habits, but it's definitely, anybody can do it.
Okay. So what about the youngest person you've ever trained?
So I've worked with a couple juniors. I'm excited to have the first season here and kind of see the juniors in this area, but I've helped 3-year-olds before. So I've actually done like a parent-child clinic at other places that I've worked at, just to help the parents to figure out a way to teach their child. There's not a whole lot of instruction, it's more games oriented, but it gives the parents a good chance to ask a lot of questions and what they should be doing with their younger kids at that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were talking earlier about a flight scope?
Yes.
What's
yeah.
that?
So that's our new launch monitor.
Okay.
Got it last year, and what that does, it actually looks like a little robot, and it hooks up to your computer, and so it gives me all this information to help fit individuals for clubs. And so, say I'm doing a driver fitting, they'll hit 5 or 6 golf balls with their current clubs, and I'll assess all the information that that flight scope is giving me. So it'll give me carry distance, total distance, spin rate, whether it's going right or left, their club path, their face angle, their attack angle, all this information that helps a club fitter really dial in a club. And so it's, again, it's based on how that individual is swinging.
You
So
like your job, don't you?
Yeah, it's a great tool. Yes, I do.
I can tell you do.
Yeah.
Tell you what, let's tell the audience a little bit about golf lessons. If you want to
Okay.
kind of speak to them and let them know how they would sign up for that and
definitely.
where and all of that.
Okay, yeah, so obviously I'm the teaching professional over at Tanyard Creek. I offer individual lessons as well as group lessons. I'm excited to start this season to offer a variety of clinics. So you'll be seeing LPGA Golf 101, which is for women only, but it's more for beginners. So you're able to kind of get your own group together, and if you're new to the sport, you find that group of ladies and you can get out onto the course and be comfortable. So that's a clinic I'll offer. As well as different evening clinics. I'm gonna do one-day golf schools as well, and a variety of clinics throughout each week and each month.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I tell you what, it was so nice to talk to you today.
Yes, you too.
I've heard so many good things about you, and we will see you again, maybe in future.
Good.
Maybe when you
I
get
hope
ready
so.
to do one of those clinics.
Yes, that'd be great.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. We'll see you next month for In the Know.